This video opens the series between Red and Blue. Blue's industrial zone is safely tucked in near the capital. Red's is right near the border, setting them at a natural disadvantage. In the north, Blue's army group was to cross the eastern river and take the capital in a concentrated punch, hoping to send the Reds into disarray early. In the south, Blue was to race across the river and dig in on the other side. Back in the north, Blue's army broke through in two columns. Both were needed to successfully cross the river. However, the northern of the two reached the river early and diverted north, giving Red divisions near the capital time to cross the river and hold back the southern column. Over in the south, Blue had more success, reaching the foothills on the eastern side and digging in. Blue High Command then decides wisely to focus on the areas where they have already seen success, and commits two fresh divisions to a southern breakthrough. The attack quickly breaks west before turning north onto the banks of the Stalie River. Finally, seeing the weakness on the front in full display, Red orders a full mobilization. This interrupts Blue's plans, forcing them to make a move before the mobilization can go through. They decide to restart offensives in the north in a dual attack to cross the river and encircle Red's central armies. Red command in the region is caught off guard, and a retreat from the southern bridgehead was delayed far too long. Still, Red's mobilization goes through. They decide to use the opportunity to send Blue back across the river. The attacks in the north meet greater success than expected, forcing two central divisions to be diverted. Shortly after, the main attack breaks the line near the north. However, after a quick reorganization, the eastern bridgehead barely holds. Quick to exploit the situation, Blue sends waves of troops south. Red follows. The pieces are set for the Battle of Stalie. Red's defenses are scattered across the southern plains and local hills. Blue seeks to encircle Stalie by breaking the southern flank. To go through with this plan, they must take a highly defended hill. After a heavy bombardment, attacks on the hill commenced. They took the lower defenses with ease, but struggled on the hill itself. After the failure, Blue is forced to attack the more northern hill, far closer to the city than they wanted. It meets much the same fate. However, the lower losses on the northern hill allow for a second attack. This attack is planned to bypass the hill and reach the river, before turning north and cutting off the city. Red armies are caught off guard here again, and the hill is stormed before a slow crawl through Stalie cuts its last supply, before crossing the Stalie River. Inside the city, food is in a critical shortage, and troops begin surrendering. Just in time, Red reinforcements arrive to break Stalie out. However, Blue forces are stopped on the south side of the hill, and the starving Stalie army has its sides attacked and is split into three. Seeing the breakout fail, they surrender one by one. Red forces on the north bank of the river dig in to resist the now inevitable breakout, but it was all in vain. Blue had delivered a decisive defeat in Stalie, and the south was now free for the taking. The southern armies drove north, opening up a large gap to their east, which was chosen as the breakpoint, meeting little resistance along the way. After the fall of the south, Blue repositions their new armies to trap a large portion of the capital group along the eastern river. But quick thinking got them out of the way in time, and attacks into the capital were repelled. Eager to not let the capital build defenses, Blue would attack on the south before turning west back onto the river. But they were stopped before reaching the river. Finally, an attack across the river brought the capital under siege. It wouldn't last long. Red reorganized and broke the siege before turning south. It was becoming clear that the capital wasn't going to fall without a fight. A final attack was planned to bring the capital under heel at once. The capital fell quickly, and with that, morale collapsed. Blue drove east before receiving a final notice of surrender. Negotiations began with Blue in momentum, but with an end to the war needed for both sides. The first proposal is a non-starter, and is instantly shot down. The second proposal is much more realistic, but Red doesn't accept such a large puppet state on its southern border. Finally, they propose V3, partitioning the southern territories, and both sides accept this as a fair compromise. At least for now.